Guys, I want to say welcome back to another session of the roundtable session here. As you heard, I was playing the intro. I had to do it because it's just something about his voice, his words, his tone, the way he arranges, and arrange his lyrics in his songs. If you paid attention when I was asking everybody on Facebook to tune in, the song that I played there was his originals. This right here is a remake. And I'm going to ask you guys, the first person that can tell me who wrote this song that I just played in the intro, we will, from Urban Voice Media, cash app you $50. And also tell us, now I'm going to do a part two. And the next person that can tell us who sung the song from the writer, we'll cash out them from Urban Voice Media $50 as well. But when we come back off the intro, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be talking to the young man who redid this song that you just heard after that.
You are now tuned into Urban Voice Media.
As I said, ladies and gentlemen, we will be interviewing momentarily the wonderful, the talented, the guy who has a long history like James Brown. I'm eager to just go ahead and say that he's one of the hardest working men in show business when you look at his catalog of work that he's done to get to the point where he is now. Now, on Facebook, ladies and gentlemen, you saw the gospel music that he done. And it's very talented when you can get a gospel artist who can turn things around and not only sing gospel, but can rap, do reggae, R&B, Southern soul. You hear it. Yes, you hear it. Southern soul all up in this man's voice. I'm going to bring him up with further ado. The wonderful, the multi-talented Mr. Uncle Win.
Hey.
Uncle Win, how you doing, brother?
Hey, man, I'm doing great, man. What about yourself?
Awesome. I see you have someone beautiful beside you. Who may we have?
This is my lovely wife, Precious Love.
Hello.
How you doing, Precious Love?
I'm doing wonderful.
Wow. And where are you guys located at the moment?
We're in Gibsonton. It's right outside of Tampa, Florida.
Mm-hmm. All right. So it's pretty warm down there since the rest of the country is getting a lot of heat. I know you guys are really got the air conditioners, the fans, and whatever else you can get to stay cool down there, huh?
Yes.
Yes. But we maintain, man. It's like I was born and raised here, so I'm used to it. As long as I got a good air conditioner, I'm straight.
Since you said that, Uncle Win, you're from South Florida, right?
Yes.
Now you have your family size as far as your siblings, your brothers and sisters. How many brothers and sisters do you have?
Yeah, I have 9 brothers and sisters. I was 10, and it was 2 girls, and the rest of them were boys.
Oh man, and where did you fit in the midst of all that?
I was the 3rd oldest.
Awesome. Now, do any of your other siblings, do they have the talent that you have as well?
Well, not singing. I have one that sings with me, Kelvin. He sang that low part, the bass stuff that you hear there, mm-hmm. And he travels with me. But my other brothers, they was when we was doing gospel, a couple of them used to be with me then. But the rest of them, no, they never got into it. I'm the only one that just really stuck in here, really just stayed and just made it my life, you know.
When I was doing some research on you, man, it seemed like your story goes along with the story of the Jackson 5. When you starting out you was a teenager when you started out singing. Well, as far as getting a career in the music industry, you was a teenager, correct?
Correct. I was 14-year-old. I was 14, 13, 14 when I made my first, a lot of people may not know, younger, 45 record in Nashville, Tennessee.
Awesome. Now tell me something. Now, when you started out, you started out in gospel, right?
Yes.
And you grabbed a nickname. Tell me about that nickname.
Well, my first solo gospel album that I released in 2004 was titled Foot Stomping, Volume 1. And after that, they started calling me the Foot Stomping Ambassador. So, that name just stuck with me. So, that was my gospel name until I came out with another song. Then they changed up and started calling me the Leaning Tree Man. So I done had some names, different names that they titled me after. So right now it's in the R&B it's totally different now. So
Uncle Win, it's something about when you hear the foot stomping. There was a movie I was watching. It was a black cowboy movie that came out, I think last year. I wish someone would tell me, fresh me up on that black cowboy movie. But in the salon, the lady came out, and it was her salon, and she was singing the song, and that's what you heard was the boot stomping, the foot stomping.
Okay.
Man, and when you hear that, it's just something about that sound that takes you back to the juke joint, the church, the combination of both.
Yeah.
It's a wonderful sound.
Yeah. I released that in 2004. The first single on there was 15 minutes long. And a lot of promoters were like, man, that's too long. Plus, you don't have no music. Nobody's going to sit and listen to a song that long. Man, I released that.
You froze up on me, Uncle Wayne. The name of that was called, someone just put it up on the screen. The name of it is The Harder They Fall. And you're correct, man. That was a great, great, great movie. And if you get a chance, ladies and gentlemen, to go and see that, to understand what Uncle Win was talking about when he said, foot stomping, that's what that is. And you would just, it'll blow you over just to hear it and just sit back and listen to that type of music. You didn't need drums. You didn't need all the other instruments, just the foot stomping and the piano. And that carried a long way. I think that evidently they're having technical difficulties down in Florida. I'm not for sure what's going on, but we will have them back up. But while we're sitting back waiting, I'm going to play one of his songs and everything. You guys, check. We're going to go back to his gospel years. And as he come back, we're going to speed it up to where he is now in life.
Brave and strong, that's standing for our rights, helping those in need, making sure they succeed. They're looking out for others, acting like their brothers, standing for the people, 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 standing for the people.
Uncle Win, tell me something.
Yes, sir.
Where were you at when you came out with that song? Where were you at?
Far as where I was living at the time?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was still here. I was still here in Tampa, right outside Tampa.
What was going on that inspired you to make that song there?
Because I was looking at different people that really stood up for the people during the last couple of years that came in and just said, hey, forget race, forget all this. It's time to do something. It's time to really come together because I guess these last couple of years, man, it's like, I think what people, you know how people are, we tend to go back to our old way of thinking. But just for a moment, people start waking up and saying, you know, we really need each other, but then there's this other side where, like, some people just say, hey, they use that as an example to do something, you know, that was against humanity. So this song is about standing for the people itself, you know, forget about their religion, forget about everything, stand for people.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I was then.
Do you feel that did the radio stations give you love in supporting with playing it there in Florida?
No, not really. No, it's like through my career, I've always it was hard for me to get radio until I really started doing the real traditional stuff like foot stomping. And when it comes to uh, songs like that, it's like a lot of stations kind of shy away from stuff like that. For some reason, I don't know. But
It's a political thing, you know. The way, you know, I used to be a DJ, and as I see how things are, you know, the music transition, I saw where the higher ups were going with the music and the choices they decided to play on the radio, and it's a political thing, and something like this, which is something positive, something that should inspire, you know, not just the black community, but of all communities. You know, you stand up and quit sitting back and in the words of comedian, I mean, my thing is, look at you, look at, you know, if we had more music like that there to
right,
inspire these
right.
communities who would have less violence that we got going on in the world.
That's my way of standing up. No matter I have a mindset like this. The universe put me here to do that. That's what I'm going to do, whether I make money on it or not. As long as the message get out. My thing is getting the message out because, like you say, there are those that don't want to get involved with that. But I see now that my time now has arrived to where I can start putting it out now. So, I mean, you know, I appreciate, you know, brothers like yourself. I mean, I was shocked. I thought you was going to bring up some real hard foot stomping stuff, you know. And when that came up, I was like, oh, okay. So, yeah, you know, guys like yourself just helping me spread the message, you know.
Okay, well, this might be something close to what you were thinking.
There was an old lady.
Yeah.
She was the mother of our church. We used to call her Mama. One day I saw Mama walking from the store. I said, Mama, where you going? Is there anything I can do for you? Or can I take you somewhere?
Now let me ask you, Uncle Wayne, which one of them brothers was your brother?
All of them.
All of them?
She said, take me by Mother
All
Jackson.
everything you see on
I got some bread for
Now,
you.
what about, is that your sister?
No.
I got some
That's some
rice
young
for you.
lady.
She said, you know what, baby? Sometimes
producer
life
hire.
can be so hard, but she said, that's all right. I may be hopping, but I ain't stopping. May have to lean on a train. That's all right. I'm pressing on. Sometimes my legs, so much pain. Cause me so much pain. Steady moving in Jesus' name. On a Monday,
Yeah.
I do my shopping. On a Tuesday, I visit the
Wayne,
sick.
I'm out to stop. I'm about to stop.
Singing.
The reason why I'm stopping, Uncle Wayne, they gonna have to boost the algorithm on you and go see this for you. Look, you see it on the screen, ladies and gentlemen. Go to UncleWizMusic.com. I ain't gonna spoil all the treats. This man right here, what I told y'all. Now, y'all heard me earlier. I said one of the hardest working men, if not the hardest working man in show business. I gave you 2 different styles already. There's more to come. There's more to come from Uncle Win. Uncle Win, we're going to get back into this interview. Now, you were nominated for a Stellar Award. What song was that with?
The one you just played.
Come on now.
Yes.
Well, when I hear that, man, it makes me think of my grandmother, man. I get passionate. I get teary-eyed when I saw the video. You don't even see videos like that no more, where the video follows the song.
Right.
Word for word. And seeing grandma walk, still working at the age she's working and doing for others. Man, you play too much, Uncle Wayne. You play too much. Man,
I'm glad you enjoyed, my brother.
Man, I ain't the only one. We're going to make sure some other people enjoy it too. Because
thank you so much.
Brother, if I have my way, right now there's a brother on my Facebook page. He's from Alabama. Yeah. And if people go to LB Brownlee, the first thing they'll see on my page is this brother's music video. What I'm going to do now is slide that video to number 1, pin it to the top. So when people go to my page, that's the first thing they're going to see is that song right there.
Oh, awesome.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That's
a
good message.
Man. All right. Now, I told everyone I'm going to slide on up. And now this next one I'm going to play is, when I seen it, I'm like, man, because I talk about this so much on the podcast. On one of the other shows, I talk about this because it's heartbreaking to see how gullible our community are to continue to keep letting stuff like this right here happen. And when I play this, you'll understand why I said what I said, Uncle Win.
All right.
I used to see the pimp in my neighborhood wearing a fancy hat and a coat. He thought he looked good, thinking he could rule the world with his caddy full of girls, like sheep led to the slaughter. Pressed by the law, he says there's gotta be a better way than doing the man's time. He found religion, that's what he say. He found a new way of pimping. He's gonna do it the preaching way. Pimps in the pulpit, thinking they're legit. Instead of pimping hoes, they pimp the foe. Pimping ain't easy, it's hard to quit. Instead of pimping the street, they pimp the minds of the weak.
Now, Uncle Wayne, tell me now.
Yes, sir.
I got to have the background on this. I got to have the background on this.
Man, let me tell you something, bro. How would I say this? Because I don't like to offend people, but I still have to tell the truth.
Mm-hmm.
I grew up in an organization. I'm not going to call the name of the organization, but it was very traditional, and a lot of stuff went on, man. I mean, years and years from a little kid, man. I always knew something didn't feel right, but I didn't know I hadn't read the word or nothing like that. I just always had a feeling. And as I grew spiritually, because, my eyes become open to a lot of stuff, and it made me start researching and, looking at other stuff besides just reading the Bible. So I started researching, man. It's like, and started watching, and it's like, I really saw through that veil that they was trying to paint. Like, certain people were so holy, and then the rest of people was like, just gullible, just take everything they say, do this, double your tithes, do this, give me this offering, give me that offering, do this. It's like, I started seeing through it. I said, well, hey, the universe ain't right about it, put it on, because there's other people see it too. So a lot of artists, when they heard it, they was like, whoa, dude. I mean, it's like, whoa, it's like, yes, I said, that's what's on my heart. So whatever's on my heart, I write about it.
That's awesome. When I heard that song, it took me back to Car Wash, and I honestly feel, Uncle Win, that some of the brothers that's making movies, such as Cube, they should seek out and maybe have you to do a movie score for them, because that was wonderful.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
And I hate to throw it out there, but I'm waiting for the day for someone to redo Uptown Saturday Night. And as one of your songs said, that's a movie too. The
Right.
LDIA, that's a movie too.
Gotcha.
I'm not gonna say it again because I threw out there in the beginning of the podcast. The first person that could tell me who wrote that song, LDIA, I'm gonna cash out you $50 from Urban Voice Media, and who sung the song of the writer, the original song, we will cash out you $50 from Urban Voice Media. So far, evidently they didn't see it, but you know what? Once I play the song, the offer is off the table, ladies and gentlemen. But I can see that from you, Uncle Wayne. I can see you writing a movie score for a movie. I really can.
I mean, I know you're feeling it because she already know that. I've already, I got books, I got movie scripts written.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm going into that area too. Yeah.
Have you with let me question it this way. How many albums do you have in your catalog right now?
Ooh. In the gospel that's in the marketplace, about 10. But that's not in the marketplace stuff that I've done years ago, maybe about 5. I got a couple of reggae albums, a couple of country albums, a couple of inspirational albums, and maybe about 5 albums worth of R&B material.
Was it difficult for you to transition into the other genres?
No, because for as transition for as the music industry is difficult, but for as me being able to do that, no, because in my parents' home when I was raised, we could only play gospel music. But as soon as I got able and old enough to get my own car, I used to listen to all types of music, from rock to country to, all types. So it's in me. That's why I'm able to make that transition and move around and do different types of music.
Because gospel and country is almost kind of neck to neck with one another in reference to the beat and the I guess you say the
the movement of the music.
Mm-hmm.
Some gospel songs you can take it out and put a country song in there. It's called which style, like that song you play. I may be hopping, and you hear the steel guitar in there and stuff like that. It kind of moved it over to southern gospel. Mm-hmm. So I try to throw different elements. If I hear it while I'm doing it, I'm gonna put it in there. So it's just that simple.
Mm-hmm. Now, in 2013, you made a change in your musical career. What triggered you to make that transition?
Enlightenment, spiritual growth, certain things, certain concepts that I grew up with, that I was taught. I began to research and take second, third, and fourth look at that wasn't suitable for me today, because times have changed. You hear people saying, in the future. No, bro, we're in the future now. And trust me, it's a whole lot different. But I understand truth has no time or nothing like that. But the more I become aware of who and what and why I am, things begin to change. So from 2013, what's that? About 2019, 2019?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't do no music. I didn't release anything. So I'm just really getting back into it. Maybe the last couple of years that I started back recording, and now I'm on my way now with a totally different genre with the R&B soul music.
Uncle William, tell me something. I with me being a DJ, I enjoyed those records that was 7 minutes long, 10 minutes long and even longer. Especially
Mhm.
with when I go back and I think of a lot of Barry White's and Isaac Hayes songs, they were lengthy songs.
Right, right,
And some of Earth, Wind, and Fire songs were lengthy songs.
right.
And now to receive these 2-minute songs, as a DJ, I feel cheated. And when I come across the LDIA, I mean, I was gratified that I found the 4 minute and 55-second version. Is there a longer version?
No, not right now, but I was working on preparing to do a longer version.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, yes.
And
'Cause-
how do you feel about that? Because back in the 70s and 80s, we had long songs, and they're not giving that to us no more.
yes, I love long songs because even sometimes the song used to be long. Sometimes they'll take 2 minutes of the song and just jam out with the music, man. Just keep it moving. But now it's a totally different world, man. They just jump on and hit it and a little bit and then it be gone. It's like, dude, he's just getting into the groove. They cut it off. It's like, I know see we come up from the days where, like people like Barcades and Lakeside and all them boys, when they get in the groove, they be grooving. But now the artists today, they don't do that. But and when I get established more and get out there, trust me, I'm going back to the old school.
Because the singer isn't just the person with the mic. The
Right.
singer is the drummer, the guitar player, the
Right.
lead, the
Right.
percussionist. Those are singers too.
Right.
Let them sing with their talent as well, not just the singer. I mean, and if you go back and you look at James Brown, he let everybody sing.
Yes.
Whether it was the drummer, he had two of them. The drummer sung. I mean, everybody had a role in those songs, and you don't hear that no more. And I'm like, you're killing me. Now I say that to say this, Uncle Win. Do you play an instrument?
No.
Oh yeah. You never thought of picking one up?
I used to play bass guitar years ago, but man, I tried to pick one up maybe a couple of years ago after not picking one up in about 30 years. Man, my coordination was so far off. I was like, no. I'm gonna keep moving on where I'm at now. I'm in a better space now, so I'm gonna leave that bass. I'm put that bass down.
Well, tell me about that right there, Mr. Serenader. Where were you at when you got that name?
I was in Nashville, Tennessee, little town. I can't remember the name of the town, but I was there with a young lady named Jazzy. She was my manager at the time. And I was talking about some stuff, and she said, if you do go that route, the Master Serenade. I'm like, okay. I said, that'll work. So on my new album, once I start releasing singles, you hear me mention it in some of my songs, the Master Serenader. And then the title of the album is called the LUV, the Love Factory. You hear me talk about the Love Factory also in the new album. So I'm thinking about we may release maybe 3 singles before we drop the album. I just want to build the album up and then we'll come out with the album. I'm gonna tell you, they're gonna love the album.
Now with the album, even though this is a remake, the Let's Do It Again, even though that's a remake, will there be other remakes on the album as well?
No, all original.
All original.
Yeah. All
what
original.
What made you? Is that a song that just stuck with you through the years, and you said, "Hey, when I get the chance, I'm going to do that"?
Yes, because my father, which has went on transition. He loved it to stay for singers when they were singing gospel, and he used to play them in the house all the time. And then when people say when they went secular, he was kind of, oh boy, he couldn't, especially growing in a religious home. My father and mother was very religious. So, but when I first heard that song, Let's Do It Again, I was like, whoa, it was something about it. I said, one day I'm going to record that song. So I didn't know when, where, and what the circumstance was going to be. So I just wanted to record that song one day. So finally I got a chance to do it and I want to make sure that I do a good job. And I just didn't want to just throw it together because I know how people can be when you do cover songs and remake. If it don't come close to it, they can be rough.
Well, Uncle Wayne, I'm gonna be honest with you, from a person who listens to music, adores music, and critiques music to the bone. You did an astounding job on Let's Do It Again.
Thank
And
you.
ladies and gentlemen, the offer is off the table. It's the moment that he said the Staple Singers. The offer.
Oh Lord! Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so. Somebody was trying to get paid. I done messed it all up. Oh, so...
Curtis Mayfield, the author. The Staple Singers are the deliverers. And what we're gonna do right now, Uncle Wayne, if you allow us, we're gonna play your version of Let's Do It Again.
All right, let's do it again.
I'll do it again. Oh, let's do it again. Do it, do it, do it again. Oh, sometimes the rain, moving when I hear the sound, like you and me, baby. Getting down with the sounds around. The smell of the morning flower as we pass away the hour. I wanna do it again. Do it again. Let's do it in the morning. Sweet breeze in the summertime. Feeling your sweet face. All laid up next to mine. Sweet love in the midnight. Good sleep, come on alive. No worry about nothing. Just getting good, just getting good, just getting good loving. Oh, I wanna do it again. I wanna do it again. Now I like you, lady. Yeah, I do. So fine with your curly hair. And if you don't mind the compliments, I'm just digging on the clothes you wear. I'm just a man now, don't you fear? I can love you now, I brought you here. Let's do it again. I wanna do it again. Whoa, do it again.
Now, I wasn't gonna give him the whole song, Uncle Wayne. I wasn't gonna give it to him.
Oh, I got you.
They got to go purchase that. They have to go purchase that. I like what you did, because a lot of times when people remake, they don't add their feel or something extra into it. And I feel when you do a remake, you got to add something extra, and
Right.
you did just that, and it was a perfect fit.
Yeah, you have to make it yours. You got to sing it your way.
Mm-hmm. And I think the Staple Singers, if Curtis was still around, he would tilt his hat off to you and say, "You did a good job."
Well, I said that is sure to give me joy.
Yeah. And I hope maybe some of his family members will reach out to you and say that themselves. Hey, Mr. Uncle Wayne.
I think they will, once they start hearing it and everything, because I feel that I put my best into it, so far people is feeling it. So
I'm looking forward to hearing it on the radios. Now, let me ask you, how long has this single been out?
The 16th, May 16th
May
is
16th.
when we dropped it. Yes.
And where can they find this single at? Other than your page? Well, mainly do they go to your page, or is there another page?
Yes. So right now it's only available on unclewensmusic.com. However, we just put in a request to have it available for Apple Music, Spotify, Amazon, I'm missing one, and iTunes.
Awesome.
So that'll be coming within the next week.
Awesome. Now, Precious Love, let me ask you. This may be a difficult question. I mean, a question for you to answer.
Okay.
But what song from Uncle Win that it just lights you up and fills you with joy? If it was that one song, which song is it?
He has so many. He has so many. But going back to the album that you had up towards the beginning of the show, Standing for the People, it's the Tree of Ruth song.
Okay.
The Tree of Ruth song. And it's just the way that he arranged that song. That song reminds me of a song that could easily be in like a movie. And just the arrangement of it, it just every time it comes on, I don't know, it's just hard to explain it. It just gives me so much joy whenever I hear it.
Well, that goes back to what we were saying earlier, Uncle Win. You need to be tied into movies, period.
I'm headed there. I'm headed there.
Now, on the as the song "Let's Do It Again" was playing, the still picture that was you and Precious Love, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
You are going to be the star and you're going to be the co-star in the video as well, right, Precious Love?
Yes.
Yes.
I can't wait. That's going to be top of my Facebook page. That's going to be the number one thing everybody see for months and months to come.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Now, where are you guys in the process of the video footage for that one?
So we're looking to drop by July 4th. That is the plan. It's in the final draft stages, the video. So July 4th is the release date.
Awesome. Now, Precious Love, how instrumental are you in Uncle Win's career?
So everything that you see as far as the company, that is me. Win is the artist, but when it comes to the marketing, the budgeting, chief financial officer, marketing, like I said, website design, everything, IT, I'm doing it all. I'm wearing all the hats in the company. We are looking forward to the day where we're able to hire on more people so I can, closely focus on, that one or maybe two things. But right now I'm wearing many, many hats.
Was it something by choice, or you said, hey, I see my husband need help, so I'm digging in?
Yes, I had to get behind him and support him. Like there was no other choice but to do that. And the message that we're trying to send to couples is you are each other's biggest supporter. Like if no one else, if you don't support them, you really can't expect no one else. You have to be your spouse's biggest supporter.
True tears in my eyes, man.
And trust me, she is a real supporter,
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Because we don't see that enough. We don't see it enough. Where the husband supports the wife to that length, and the wife supports the husband to that length, and you see that they need you, and you don't stand behind them. You stand beside them, and you walking together. Versus like this, man. That's awesome. Precious Love. Who don't ever leave his side.
I'm not.
He's a bad man. He's a bad man. As far as shows, where are you at with doing shows, Uncle Win?
We haven't done any shows yet. I'm trying to prepare, like, what she's doing. She's, like, ran all those hats. I'm wearing a lot of hats, too, man, because I'm trying to finish my singles because I don't like to wait till the last minute. And then I get because that happened to me in gospel. I rather prepare myself. My singles, I would say, should be finished, mixed in the next couple of months or so. Mm-hmm. So we haven't done any shows. Now I got to prepare to start being an artist, to start traveling on the road doing shows. But I have, 4 more artists under me that's coming out right behind me.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to make sure their singles are ready to go too. I have the artist from the 70s and the 80s named Jimmy Bohorn. Him and I have a single coming out together. I have another artist called The Noise. Him and I coming out with a single. Then I have an artist called Marco. He's from Zimbabwe. Him and I have a single. So I'm just teaming with other artists and other genres to do cross marketing they'll take me inside their market, and then I bring them inside my market. So that's the way the universe gave it to me.
Let me ask you, Uncle Win. I know that you into several different genres of music.
Yes.
When you dabbed into reggae, how difficult was it for you to sound Jamaican like?
Well,
Not difficult at all.
well, you say, yeah, man, make it do the thing, you know.
All the time.
You got it. You got it.
This is the thing with that. I'm trying to remember the guy's name. He did a lot of stuff for Max the Priest.
Wyclef?
No, I'm trying to put the producer name. Willie Lindo.
Mhm.
All right, get some big ups to Willie Lindo.
All right.
I used to be mixing some R&B stuff at his studio, and one day I was just hanging around, and he knew. I mean, I met like Marsha Griffith. I met so many reggae artists at his studio. So by me sitting there, vibing with them, I said, you know what? I said, I'm gonna make me a reggae song, and everybody, oh, no, man, you got, you got to be this, you got to be that. No, mine, you stick to the American music, dude. Man, I went and did about 5 songs and brought them back. They was all amazed, like, whoa. And they said I put a different spin on it.
Mm-hmm.
So some of that reggae stuff, like one song I had called Shake That Body, I got to re-record it, but I'm going to come out with that single again. It did real well just locally, but I never really tried to go national with it.
Now, is gospel on the shelf, or will you still do it?
I think that there's another gospel. I don't want to call it an album, but what do you call it? The one with the 4 songs.
What's it doing?
EP. Yeah, during COVID, I released a gospel with about maybe 4 or 5 songs on it. Mm-hmm. And I had said then that's, I done did my gospel journey. So mm-hmm. I'm moving on to other stuff now. 10 years from now, I may have on a cowboy hat. I don't know.
Hey, that's awesome, though. You're not talking about this cowboy hat, are you?
we ain't gonna get into that one.
But let me ask you, Uncle Win.
Yes, sir.
And I know Precious, you guys hear it all the time. Who you sound like? He sounds like this. He sounds like that. You and your brother really should connect because your nephew's in prison.
I'm lost.
He's not. You know what I'm talking about, don't you, Precious?
Hold on. Let me think about this for a minute. You and your brother.
You and your brother should do a duet, a song together, because your nephew is in prison right now. For rape. He's in prison for rape.
Oh, yep, he does. Yep.
What are you talking about?
Mr. Biggs.
Yeah.
Mr. Biggs. Yes.
You and Ron, y'all need to get together, man.
Yes.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't mind doing that. Maybe get word of it.
That would be phenomenal, man.
Mm-hmm.
Their writing skills, your writing skills, their singing ability, your singing ability. I can see it.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
I can see it. Especially in your arranging of the way you arranged that video with the grandma. Oh my gosh, you guys could do something real nice.
Gotcha.
They definitely can.
Gotcha.
I can
Man,
see it.
He had me going there because we had an interview and the young lady said, "Who do I think I sound like?" And I'm like, I don't know. She said Luther and Freddie Jackson.
Yeah, I had never heard.
I had never heard that one. I'm like, Luther and Freddie Jackson. It's like I wouldn't dare try to sing a Luther song. That's not.
Yeah, you put me in mind of Ron, man. When I listen to you, I can hear Ron. I can hear some Curtis too.
Yeah,
I can hear some Curtis.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And when I think of you and think of Curtis, I mean, you guys were multi-talented. Well, are. I say word past tense for him, but right. You're multi-talented where he's not only just a singer, he's a writer, producer, performer. Right. You're a writer, you're a producer, you're a performer, you're a singer. I mean, you do the whole shebang. And that's something a lot of artists don't do. Some artists rely on their teammates to write it and they just sing, and some who write can't sing. You
Right.
you carry all the hats, so that's a phenomenal thing.
Yeah, it's a I'm not gonna say it's a burden, but it's a good burden because sometimes you can get caught up into you do so much music, you be like, okay, which one should I really be? You got so many choices. My dad used to call me Joe with the coat, the coat of many colors.
Yeah.
He's like, you got so many colors about you, so which one is that? Hey, Pop, I just do music.
Right. Is there one genre of music that's kind of difficult? Like when you're sitting down writing songs, say like maybe it's easy to write a gospel song, but difficult to write a R&B song. Is there one that's kind of difficult or give you more time or frustration of doing?
Not really. When I'm inspired, it just flows. It just, because she can tell you sometimes I jump up, man, and get a pad and on my phone and just write notes. Sometimes I have to come out the room, just get on my phone and go da 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 da, and just save it. And then when I come in here, I gotta, something to work, something to start by. But one of the hardest projects, and I say I don't think I ever do it again, when I recorded Foot Stomping Christmas album. That was, oh my God. When I was recording that, I was like, you know what? I'm not going to do this. And since then, people, you're not going to make another Christmas album? No. I've been there, done that. I got one out there. Christmas comes once a year. So every time that comes, I just promote that. So,
yeah. Yeah.
Man,
about like the Motown Christmas album, everybody pull that one out and play it over and over.
Man, it's like, because I put some originals, but then I want to put some standards. Those are the one I had problem with, like Joy to the World and songs like that. It's like, it just, I don't know. It wasn't original. It's hard for me to do stuff like certain songs like that. But I got through it. So, but I don't think I'd ever do that unless I do something original. But they go back and try to get a standard Christmas song. No, I let somebody else do that.
And check that one out too when you guys get a chance. He has some good originals on that Christmas album.
And they can find it at the webpage as well.
Yeah, and that one is actually on Apple Music, iTunes, all the platforms.
Okay. Uncle Win, if you can give the younger generation who's inspired to be an artist like yourself, if you can give them inspiration of don't give up hope, dig deep, keep striving, what would you say to them?
I would say one of the most important things about being a true artist is be authentic, be yourself. Because if you start out being what some label or record company make you out to be, now you got to play that the rest of your life. And sometimes it's hard to change up and come out with something else. The audience is used to one thing. And once you know who you are and you stick with that, your gift will make room for you if you stick with it. I've been sticking with my gift since the age of 13, 14, and I'm still doing it. And doors is really, really coming open for me now, opportunities, because I've learned who I am and I persevered. So where I am is right where I'm supposed to be. But for young artists, stay true to the art and be yourself. And, you don't have to sell out, be patient and learn the business. Because a lot of young, I've been knowing the business a while, but what kept me back a lot of times was my beliefs. Like when my wife, when she first started sort of like managing me, she used to always say, you don't tell people what you do. You don't tell people what you've done. I'd be like, hey, my gifts speak for me. But in this business, you got to come up and say, hey.
A closed mouth don't get fed.
I've done this. I've done that. So I'm learning those things at my age because I was taught you be humble and don't be out there bragging on yourself. And, the Lord gave you that gift, so don't be out there tomorrow. You this, and that, and that. but that don't go well in the business.
No, because he's done. I'm gonna tell you one of the like most fascinating things that he's told me that he's done. So you know the song "The Rose" by Bette Midler.
Mm-hmm.
He did the demo for that.
What?
Yes.
Wow.
Because that song by Bette Midler, that's like one of my favorite songs by her. So when he told me he did the demo for that, I'm like, get out of here. But he doesn't talk about it. We just happen to be talking about some. I think I was listening to the song and he told me. But he's not the type to like sit down and tell you about all the things he's done. Like you got to pull it out of him. But see, I come from corporate America where you have resumes and everything you've done, you got to put it on your resume, let people know, right?
Well, so, Precious, luckily you to the side of him, so you can tell everybody. He can sit over there and eat his apple pie and ice cream while you telling everybody all the things he's done.
Yeah.
But you know, it comes with a transition of learning. And Uncle Wayne, I can understand what you're saying in reference to the not bragging and not boasting. But at the same token, I'm where you are, Precious. You have to let a lot of people know, or let the world know, where you've been and what you've done, because otherwise they won't look at you. They won't look at you the same.
Right.
Once you start, just like you just said, now people start looking like, wow, he did. Let me go and listen. Let me go and hear more of what he done since he did this. Mm-hmm. So,
no, I've learned that, and then I've learned I have to. This is my wife, and this is whom God have given thee. I've learned to trust her. When she say different things, because a lot of times I don't understand, especially when it comes to social media and the digital online world. It's like, man, I try to stay away from that stuff. Mm-hmm. Just put me in the studio and I write and I do what I do. That's that I'm at home with that. So, but a lot of stuff when it comes to the business part, I've learned to trust her. So when she said you need to do this, you need to do this, so I can put it on Facebook. We need to do this. So, hey, I'm all in because I know this is my time now. So I'm going for it. So that's where I'm at.
Your look is phenomenal. The look of Let's Do It Again is wonderful. Actually, I thought maybe that was Will Downing's, head now when I first seen the picture. You know what I'm saying? But you guys, y'all look great. Y'all look great.
Thank you.
Thank you. So
the both of you, you're doing a phenomenal job. And I can't wait to see more. And I personally, on the side, I have an entertainment company. So that's the reason why I asked you, are you doing any shows? Because I would love to get you up towards Charlotte, Gastonia area, and have some performances up this way and do some shows. Hey, Uncle Wayne coming to town. Awesome. Get them tickets.
Gotcha.
Yes, we would love that.
Yeah, man. Just you got our information. So as we build, let's stay in contact, man, and let's make it happen.
You kept saying it a lot throughout this interview. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it again. When that album drop, come back to Urban Voice Media Roundtable Session, and let's cover that one whole entire album, and let everybody see what Uncle Wayne has for the listening ears of the world, not just America, but for the world, because he's all over the place with how he's arranging, how he's singing, and how he's delivering music. And it's delicious. I mean, that's music I could just sit down and eat and just enjoy. You can sit down and you can eat your food, there's no music. But if you're sitting down and eating and listening to some good music, it make that food taste even better for some odd reason.
Yeah, gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Now, my wife, when she's eating, I'll be picking at her. When the food is good, she's doing this right here.
Oh, yeah.
So she get that rock.
Yeah. So when we sit down and eat dinner again, we're gonna play Let's Do It Again and see if that rock get even better.
Gotcha.
Guys, I enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to hearing more from you, Uncle Wayne, Precious. Look forward to seeing you in the videos with Uncle Wayne. The last thing I'm gonna see tonight before I go to bed is the video once again with Grandma, the foot stomping. I got to see that one more time before I go to bed tonight. That thing,
enjoy,
man.
Bro. Enjoy.
Yes.
Until next time, y'all stay blessed. Y'all stay good. Stay happy.
You too.
We appreciate
stay beside one another. That's the most important thing.
Yes.
As a couple, y'all rising together. Stay beside. Keep supporting them. Precious. Uncle Win, keep supporting Precious, because without you supporting her, I mean, I know you got some rough days, Precious. I know you do.
Yeah.
And Uncle Win, I know you have some rough days.
Yes, yes.
But with y'all two supporting one another, Uncle Win, you got to win. And I'm just gonna leave it there.
Thank you so much, bro. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, guys. Until next time, when that album release, hit me up and we'll do this again. All right.
All right.
Sounds
sure
like
will.
a plan.
All right.
Thank you so much.
God bless.
Y'all be good.
What's the deal, y'all? It's your boy Talent. It's just comedy. And it's going down for 2 nights, y'all. It's going down the 24th and the 25th of June. That's right. Laugh and Gas Comedy Special is coming to town. You got Stiletto, you got Cool Bubba Ice, you got A.G. White, and you got Talent, New York King of Comedy. Don't take it personal. It's just comedy. Going down at the Legacy Event Center. That's right. You heard me. June 24th, June 25th. One show, 8 o'clock each night. It's going down with some super duper comedy. Stiletto, Cool Bubba Ice, A.G. White, and yours truly, Mr. It's Just Comedy. Get them tickets because they're going fast. Come on, North Carolina. We in Gastonia, North Carolina. You ain't got no excuse. Charlotte, this way, that way, south, east, west, north. Come get your laugh on. And oh yeah, don't take it personal. It's just comedy.